Oh, that's wonderful.
I think you did hear all of that.
Yeah.
No!
I know he did not hear. I don't think he did. But yeah, so like that's the thing about the Lego game is it's you can just make Philip run to get anything if you just start talking about it because he's gonna go see if he has it.
Oh,
Like there was a part where we just started talking about fruit salad, and so Philip ran out of and was gone for a while. To find every piece of Lego fruit he had. To come back with.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's some dedication at that point. Like,
God damn it. Fucking shit.
Are you testing out your dice right now? Is that what's going
No,
on?
I'm cussing out me.
Snap. Why? No
Guys,
cussing out you.
I was playing phone game. Made a very. I've been trying to get to a specific room.
Uh-huh.
And then I was gonna quit because I wanted to be in the room, and then I changed the room I needed at the last minute to a different fucking room.
Hi, everybody.
And like, just dumb fucking bitch. Oh my god.
Have we greeted the viewers yet?
We have not.
I decided to go live while I wasn't here. I just reached across and went live. So I hope no one said anything really bad because I wasn't even monitoring it.
Oh my god.
You were just talking about a room?
I think this is actually our last show.
Well, then a merry winter to us all.
Keep it ass.
Yeah, the Christmas present we got for everyone is that you don't have to sit through this dumb shit again.
Oh my god. That's the spirit. And speaking of spirits, hi everyone. My name is
Philip.
Philip.
Pot and kettle situation there,
and I'm the publisher of this game, and surrounding me are my deeply appreciated players. I get the impression that KJ is mad at me, and that's a problem because
I'm mad at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because not 1 week ago, I did the worst thing ever, which is I allowed KJ to be speakers muted for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of game.
Yeah.
And so basically, yeah, there's a character that KJ really doesn't want to hear, who's in Lost Lore Academia, and I said KJ, and when Dan asked a question about that person, and KJ goes, "Oh, I said KJ, you might need to mute." And then Dan goes, "I don't need to hear the person talk, it's fine." I said, "Okay," and I just said what the person did, and then we just proceeded on. KJ has a lightning hair trigger on mute. So KJ just turned her speakers off, and then I was turning off my camera. I was doing something I was holding up minis and having them kiss. It was weird, just fun little kisses, little.
Louder.
Wetter. We can't hear it.
Oh, okay. Actually, wait. Rather than
it.
making kiss sounds, I'll just make little kissy moans.
That's worse.
Those are kissy modes?
Well, when you do them...
It sounds like if you had a bunch of humans and you use them as like musical horns.
Had them lined up and just would hit them with a mallet.
Yeah, exactly.
Well. But yeah, so basically KJ muted quick, and then at some point came back in when we'd already summoned a person and they were in a thing, and KJ was just like, "Can I come back yet? Is this still the Stone Man?" And I was like, "It was I have done some really bad things to KJ. I don't think that's the thing that KJ's been the most bothered by. It's the thing I have felt the worst about.
I could have asked sooner. I just assumed weird shit was happening and I let it go.
I mean, it was.
Very logical assumption. But guys, thank you so much for being here on this wintry night here in California where the temperature is... So never mind what the temperature is. Actually, it's 59 degrees. I suppose that's
pretty decent
briskish.
Here. It's pretty decently cold here.
I did look up.
You can justify wearing a sweater, light sweater.
Indeed. Or a hat, as two of you have very festive hats. But yes, so we are here for our sort of holiday special, and as a big part of the holidays, Dan, you have an opportunity to really extend your lead because there's precious few doors remaining. We're going to open the Lost Tavern Caverns. At present, we have completed both the Cavern Spider and the Dwarven Hammers. Those sets are both complete. all that remains are the D8 and D percentile from the gems, or an unexpected mystery die, such as this fun fishbone die that we got the other night, where the number of bones on the fish is the number from 1 through 6.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And it's a great one if you ever need to roll about like how much or how intensely anything involving bones would be happening. So yeah, so it's a good die for that. So, in terms of the ones from the sets, all we're missing once again are the D8 from the gems, the D percentile from the gems, but thereafter there's at least 3 things. Sometimes there's coins. Everything's going to be cavern themed, not tavern themed. Although we like it when it could be both, such as the fish one. So does anybody have a guess for what this we did 20 last night, so we're on to 21. Guys, finally it is a tavern because we can finally drink here in America.
Percentile gem.
Percentile gem. Dan, what is your guess?
I am percentile gem.
Percentile gem. Do we have any takers for the gemstone D8? What a shiny date it would be.
No, I've said it every single time up until now. And I'm going to not tonight, which is why it's going to be it.
Okay.
Tonight, I'm voting for a random one.
But what's your pitch?
Do I have to pick? I think it'll be a Dragon D6.
A Dragon D6. Great.
Actually, no, Gold D6. I'm going to say Gold D6.
Something about gold treasure-based. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god, now I hope it's dragon so hard. That would be so upsetting. If it's a dragon after you oh man. That's the worst thing that could have happened.
Well, I can't. I gotta stay away from dragons. So
fair enough. Sierra, do you have a guess?
I don't know.
You also don't have to guess.
Well, you could
Yeah.
also tell Sierra what else is available from the sets that.
If you wanted to cover what could happen, you could do the D8. There's only 2 dice left from the set. The percent
Sure.
of the D8.
Yeah, I'll do
You'll
that.
go to the gemstone D8, so you will steal Pierce's thunder. Great. All right, so here we go. We're reaching into box 21, and I'm trying to do it backwards because my screen is not mirrored. And do. Oh, it looks like it is the percentile after all. Dan, this gets you to 5, or is it 6?
Dang.
Wow.
Wow.
Dan has done 5. KJ, you also get. Is this your first victory?
Yes.
Well done. 30 on this for the first roll.
I'm not gonna lie.
Well-
When Dan said he was doing the same thing, I felt infinitely more confident in my choice.
I'm
with reason.
just convinced you've bought this and opened it.
Yeah.
This is just excellence, Pierce. You know, it's just like watching vintage Tiger Woods. You know.
If you
Wait.
believe.
If we bought 2 of them and we opened them side by side, would it not be completely random, or would they be the same doors every time?
I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to then tell you the degree to which I'm a sick person. I don't know, and this year I considered buying doubles of one to find out.
I consider doing that with the Bomamon Jam Advent Calendar.
Oh well, that'd be fine. You're just buying a jam. That's not
Just
weird.
double jam, baby.
Yeah.
I can tell you this. In my Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar, it is uniform across all of them, largely because printed inside the inside flap is how to build whatever's in that little baggie.
Oh, that would make sense.
But this, they wouldn't have to do that. So maybe there is some randomness. I will also say that in one of them, I once got 2 of the same dice and not, so like I was missing a set and I didn't have the D10 and I had 2 D6s or something from a set once. So that could support the idea that there is a little bit more randomness in these. I just don't know.
Well, also, yeah, you know what? Actually, they are. Another thing in terms of it being random is that a lot of times when you open the double doors, it's like just, oh, here's a D6, right? Like, as opposed to being what they've done in the past, where it's like, oh, and here's the big coin thing or whatever.
There have been coins in some sets for sure.
But no, what I mean is that like you multiple times the last 2 that you've opened, like the big double doors, it's just been like, here's a normal
there's just
D4.
a single die. Oh, yes, I see what you're saying. Yes.
And that sort of implies a randomness.
And yes, Gallinarian Saber, there is a Lego Star Wars Advent Calendar. I don't open that on stream, but I open it every day just for my own heart. They also have Lego Marvel, Lego Harry Potter, and Lego City.
They're very cute though.
They might even. I think there's even a Lego Friends. These are Lego elves who are like use the same bodies as friends.
It's gonna happen a lot.
Do we hear that one? Was that one
that
enough?
one we heard.
Yeah,
That
Are
yeah,
you
we heard
finally
that one.
satisfied?
I mean, satisfied is not the word I would use.
Yeah.
But I would like to be finished.
Well, they're happy to finish you off. So, my friends and neighbors and everyone here, we're going to talk a little bit about what has happened in our previous adventures with the Topflight crew. But we do need to remember that there are, there's kind of a lot of different threads that we're following now. So I'm going to give some smaller picture summaries of some of our other games. I will mention, however, that the big thing from last time was that, oh my god, I included so much of Lumen dialogue in the recap for last time because KJ was just shooting nothing but laser beams of comedic indignation at Archetype. But so basically the Topflight West made the decision, probably wisely, that there was no way they were going to be able to fight Murder Babe in hell at present. So they needed to like regroup, and now there are two hells. So that is a thing. Then there was just a lot of stuff of like Lumen trying to get a handle on Archetype, becoming offended when Archetype or anyone else explained Archetype's powers. When Captain Eldritch suggested it was that Archetype just knows things. Interestingly, that might have been the maddest Lumen got, despite it not being said by the smug Connor Draper. Mm-hmm. Another thing that happened is Captain Eldritch did give Connor the opportunity to come hang out in her room aboard the ship, but he fell asleep thanks to a natural one, which then his friends read about in the comic book of this. Lumen also put a sign on Armament's door aboard Top Sauce that says "No archetypes allowed," which I like that out of context because like what an interesting thing to say. Like if you're an archetype, don't come in here. You have to be really original. Synth Devil wound up heading off to hell to kind of like, he was summoned there, but as Synth Devil, not as his true name, for sort of a discussion of what was going on. And basically it has been determined that the two hells are probably about to go to war, and there's some extent of Synth Devil made it very clear that he is loyal to all of you, not to hell. He just wants to protect the Power Eldritch and Topflight. That's like what that's what his mission brief is. That's what he has to do. But there is sort of a question that was lingering there, which is, are you guys going to side with one of these hells in this battle? Will the battle spill over into the mortal plane? We're not totally sure. There's a lot that remains uncertain. And Gidana, the Sword of the Devil, she seems to be the new queen of one of these new hells. Right now we're calling them New Hell, Old Hell. Eventually there may be some different nomenclature, but that's the vibe at this point. In any case, you guys then got back to Top Beach. Eustacia, one of your staff members, was acting a little off. And, you eventually realized that she had been possessed by a ghost. It was Wildorado, and she sort of when you guys became really like suspicious, and especially when Eustacia sort of saw the symbol on Archetype's uniform, you guys sort of got suspicious. Eustacia feigned and started talking without a southern accent, and you were like, oh no, Wildorado was here. You looked into stuff. Archetype actually channeled someone from a totally unfamiliar universe, Curator Zatuir, a goblin, someone he's never heard of from a place he's never heard of. But that character helped you sort of collate a bunch of information in the stuff, and yeah, you were able to determine that the handwriting of this matched the handwriting of noted outlaw Dennis Branford, aka Wildorado, back from the 1800s. You check the top beach vault. Nothing had been taken from there. But Synth Devil informed you that somehow someone accessed his private files, including, and most dangerously, his records of everything from that other timeline where you all first came together. In other news, you received a call from your former teammate V, who over there on Formation Nation on Null Island with all the crazy copies of herself, needed to inform you that okay, so maybe 13 copies of me have disappeared, and they're really obsessed with Maisie, and also they've built a doll that looks exactly like Maisie. So I don't know if these 13 are going to bring Maisie here or something, but we lost track of them in the hubbub. But the good news is our brains got fixed by the Shergoth, so you know, there's the Shergoth there. It's in the background, but bloop. So in any case, that happened. And then in Lost Lore Academia, some other things happened towards the end last Wednesday. We'll get to that. So, my friends, you have two options for your prologue today. And unfortunately, these are not... Last time I tried to give you really Christmassy options for a prologue. This time, not quite so Christmassy. Because there's just so darn much going on. We are, by the way, this is an even number. So if they tie, we will throw it to chat.
Oh, okay.
Would anyone like to guess options unknown?
Not today.
Love it. Option 1, Sagebrush Cemetery, West Texas. Option 2, The Cathedral, Deep Space. 2-2. 1. Oh my god, it's tied, guys. It's a tie ball game, which means chat. I understand, so I'm gonna talk about this now. Please chat, vote. I am going to in 1 minute from now. How long is the delay on chat?
A few seconds.
A few seconds. Okay. I'm gonna set a timer for a minute from me right here. Okay? I'm setting a 1 minute timer. So you have a little less than a minute from when you're hearing this to say 1 and 2. To say 1 or 2. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's what we'll pick. If that is also tied, I will roll the dice. What die? I'll roll the gemstone that we got today.
So
Sophia
it's
votes
still
whatever
even
Pierce
so
voted.
far.
So that's a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. Oh, more 2.
Tilting towards 2.
Oh. Come on, guys.
That's tilting harder to 2.
Don't you want to see a Western? Come on, guys.
The whole last thing is about to be a Western. Are you kidding me?
No,
My guess
well
is we make a pocket dimension of a Western this time, because who the fuck all we ever do is make pocket dimensions.
Why not?
So,
Yes, like.
but I do not understand what a pocket is. So,
Or a
4,
hot pocket.
3, 2, 1. If anything miraculously comes in, no, it doesn't. All right.
No.
The cathedral has won. So, in deep space, in the cathedral, in his private chambers, Narthex stands like a galactic conqueror, hands behind his back. Real. It's BDE, but it's a big dark side energy. You know what I'm saying? Or Thanos, whatever. Point is, he's just standing there, hands behind his back, just like this galactic, conqueror, just staring out at the depths of space. Suddenly, an eerie glow appears behind him as radiating chapel sort of hovers with her skull-like head within its dome, its neon dome, and says, Your Galactic Grace, we are receiving a bizarre transmission from Earth. on one of our more unique channels. One that uses the supernatural protocols. Narthex sort of tilts his big armored head for a moment and asks, "Is it anyone I care about? Anyone notable?"
No, it is an entity, however, who says that he has information you will care about. I believe it's someone you've crossed paths with long ago. Wild Dorado. Your Grace.
Feeling a bit bored, frustrated by this, because even in deep space it's Christmas, which is a time that Narthex hates. He grunts and goes over to one of his communication stations. Flipping it on, a ghostly image appears before him, that of a mustachioed, cowboy-hatted outlaw, who is barely perceptible both because he's on like a holodeck projector and because he's a ghost. And he goes, "Afternoon, Narthex. My name's Wildorado. We've met on a few occasions. Way back when that's from Interference. I wanted to see if you'd be interested in heading to Earth. I think your presence here could be beneficial to both of us, just kicking things up a bit. I have designs on galaxies you've never even heard of. Earth matters not to me. Yeah, but there's power here for you. Some power that was taken from you and me and... Remember Tatiana Temple? Taken from her too. You don't happen to know where she is now, do you? I would not care. Do not waste my time with your enigmas, with your taunting baits. You will not get anything. Well, all right, fine. Tell you what. I'll try to show you what just a little of this power can do. And then maybe when you understand, you might even feel some connection to it. When that happens, maybe you come pay me a visit on that humble pale blue dot upon which my eternal spirit resides. Perhaps. But do not waste my time, ghost. There are suns into which I could hurl you that no spectre could emerge from. Not even one as distasteful as you. Well, I'll accept that challenge when the time comes. Thank you kindly. Keys off. Red Agent Chapel kind of looks over and says,
Your Grace, is that... Do you feel any connection to something on Earth? Is there any truth in what this ghost says?
I keep my own counsel, woman. That being said, have a ship prepared for transport to Earth if the time arrives. I do sense something, but I'm not sure if it is whatever this ghost alludes to or if it is the repugnant stench of the holidays. So, in Top Beach, it's the holiday party, but based on what you guys might say, things might be a bit more subdued. A little time has passed since sort of Wildorado disappeared. You have not seen hide nor hair nor ectoplasm of him since that time. Would you still want to throw your big public-facing party? I will say for convenience sake that Captain Eldritch and Synth Devil votes cancel out whatever they are.
Yes, we should celebrate every victory with feast.
I mean, yeah, I'm down to party.
Good question.
Yo.
Before I get into that,
He's just setting her up, baby.
realistically though, I feel like V would have been the party planner because there's no way Beowulf is gonna do
yes.
it. Lumen's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, then in that case, I will say that as
The party
you guys,
would be late.
As you guys are the party would be so late. It'll happen sometime in late January.
Would we trust Synth Devil then?
No.
Would Synth Devil be the planner?
The
That seems like
December
a bad
holiday
idea.
party is our July 4th barbecue.
Exactly, yeah. So
Easter.
I think
we're doing an
Archetype
egg
would know how to throw a
like
party.
an egg hunt.
Archetype would certainly offer to throw a party. However, okay, so we'll say actually, we'll cut to it's a few days. It's like a week or two before Christmas. Obviously, you guys have been real busy with everything, but now the question has been raised. You're in like the beach conference room that looks out at like the roaring surf there outside Argyle, California. But sort of as you guys are debating the points of this and kind of pointing out that V definitely has planned all previous parties, there actually is a knock at the door of your conference
Enter.
room. The door opens.
I'll take a sword out as I say it.
Just in case.
The door opens, and stepping out. Wait, we're out. Stepping out of the door is a very familiar face. It looks like V.
Oh.
Except this V has her hair in a very different style. She's kind of got like it's like a few different braids, kind of like a French braid, but there's another little braided part there. And she's wearing clothes that are fancy, but like not exactly V's style. She's a little more hippy dippy. She's got a little bit more of like an Earth Mother V vibe, if that makes sense.
I will
just
point
kind of comes
the blade towards her. Is this one okay?
She doesn't look like
Probably.
Maisie, right? Like
You don't. I'll tell you what, Teleportia, give me an insight roll.
Okay. For sure. Oh boy, hold on. Wrong. That is a 15.
A 15. You are not getting like goth girl energy for this one.
Okay, alright.
You're
Then
not.
I shake her hand.
You are not getting the energy of a V who would be like, I know I'm weird about this, but my favorite holiday's just always been Halloween. I know that's so weird, and like that means I'm just like so dark and twisted, and I'm like
this V's like not into Morrissey at all.
this is not a Morrissey V.
Okay.
This is not a Morris V. But as this V's entered, she's just saying like, oh, sorry. I kind of put in an application, but I hadn't. I was just gonna come in. Hi. It's so weird. Like I know all of you, and yet I kind of don't. We've never actually met. I'm one of the new formations. Actually, I think maybe I crossed paths with like one of you guys on the island when it happened. She's pointing at Teleportia. I think you gave me a hug as well. You were giving out a lot of hugs, and honestly, it was so nice.
Thank you.
But who's this guy? She points at Archetype.
Hi, I'm Archetype. I'm new here. How's it going?
He's a child in our care.
It's going fine. He's a child.
I'm not a child. I'm 21.
Yeah, he's 21. He seems cool.
He has yet to kill.
Is very little combat experience.
And you also see, I don't think this guy seems like Findon, but isn't Findon?
No, I am Beowulf.
Like
Hey,
he surged.
as far as I
surged.
understand, yeah, Findon
Got
has
it.
powers.
Oh my gosh, then I also surge. So like the surge buddies. We should get like a surge protector. I was kind of just
That seems like a useful thing. Is that the thing we can get? I took turn to Sith Devil. It seems like a thing we should have then.
I have been working on some prototypes for a surge protector, but as yet, there is nothing that I would guarantee would be successful.
yeah, absolutely. I so remember that
That's it.
energy.
Well, excellent idea, Braided One. Continue.
Oh, braided one. Oh my god. Can I steal that, by the way?
I mean,
Oh my
I
god.
was-
Braided one?
They're
I
just
was
woods.
gonna ask if you go by a different name, if you do, but if not, that's totally cool.
Oh, I actually do go by a different name.
Oh,
But I kind of maybe just now want to go by braided one. Oh my god, that's cool. I'm going by. I know it's a little weird because of like whatever. I'm going by Olive because it still has the like V in there, but it's just a slightly different, you know. So I'm Olive.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Olive. And then I shake her hand and hug her.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That takes me back. Haha. Yeah. So I actually didn't roll this person a number. Hold on. For the record, she is 6'3".
633.
Mm-hmm. So that's her, like, and she holds up her wristband. She said, "So you know, so nobody like briefed you guys about
Yeah,
me."
it doesn't feel great every time we bring up the fact that we numbered them, but we had to do something.
Yeah.
Sierra.
No,
Gotcha.
so
There was over 1,000 of them. What would you
Yeah,
have us do?
there were
12,000.
12,000, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, so and Synthivil says, "My apologies, olive braided one. I was remiss in not. I had seen your application. I'd yet to bring it to the group. We've been a bit busy." She's like, "Right. I understand that. I've been reading the sort of like the social media about it, and honestly, the main thing I've been doing is trying to post stuff defending you guys. But like, I'm really good at it, so it's like subtle. It's not like I don't seem like an industry
Application
plant.
for what?
Oh, well, I actually, and it did seem that it got accepted by the people downstairs. I just kind of wanted to come up and like talk to you guys since, you know, I've sort of been on the team before. I didn't want to, you know, there's a good number of us. It's like 100 or so far. Decided we didn't want to live on Null Island, so we've left. Some by like stealing a ship and just disappearing. Isn't that crazy? Like 13 of them just like did that. But a bunch of us actually just like you know, got like work visas and stuff, even though we're technically still US citizens. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I thought like, I think I'm kind of a part of V who's like, why did I leave this team? This was like the coolest place. I don't have her powers, so obviously I can't like be on the team again, but I did think like, well, I could just come and help out around here and like bring some like the energy for some formation, you know. Plus I have a little magic and I can connect with them from other places. So
You say a lot and that you say nothing. Why are you here?
no, that's why I have a job. I'm a staff worker here now at Top Beach. But I thought because I know you guys, like if you like, I'm honestly, I'm not saying because I'm a formation you could just like immediately promote me to like a higher like level or something. But I am saying if there's anything you need help with, like you just let me know. I'm here for it. Because like I kind of know a lot already, you know.
I will turn to Lumen. Lumen, this is a friend of yours, and they are always like this.
Tangentially speaking, yes, she is. Lumen's gonna look at like the stack of like social media instructions and stuff, and she's yes, I do think there are things you can do that I am uncomfortable with.
Oh my god, well, I mean, I hope I'm not, like, what stuff is it, like, deciding who lives and dies? Because I'm not comfortable with that either.
Oh.
No, I am very
comfortable.
comfortable with that.
Oh, okay, great. What stuff are you on? And she kind of comes over and goes, party planning? Is it party planning? Is it the social media? Is it the social engagements? Oh, is it branding? Is it cross promotions? Oh my god, is it event management? Is it event management? Lumen, is it
All
event
of
management?
the words you have said in the context you intend for them, yes, that is the yes.
I would like to handle the branding.
Different
Different
we'll
branding
cover
scheme,
that.
not that kind of branding. No involved. Unless anyone's looking for, like, okay.
Branding is much more difficult and harder to deal with.
Lumen, oh my god, thank you for saying that. She hugs her.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know, say this holiday party? Maybe this is a thing I could take off your plate so you guys can focus on the superhero ring, which in many ways was not all of these mine's favorite thing. The only thing that's a bummer about this is I like one of the other girls on the island, the Shergoth turned her brain into like an events manager. So like it kind of sucks that she's not here, but I don't think you guys could afford her. She's planning weddings now in like Northern California. It's obscene.
So you plan the Yule feast?
Yes.
I will pay
Excellent.
your feast. Okay. Well, this was really great. So I guess if this means I get like a different office or something, you can just show me where that is since whenever you get a chance. I'll just keep working out of the bullpen for now. No problem. If this comes with like a pay raise, that's fine too, of course. Archetype?
V. Sorry, Olive.
Olive. You can call me V. It's one of the letters in my name. That's why I'd call you.
You can call me whatever you want.
Minimal battle experience.
Yeah.
I don't
minimal
think
battle
she wants her
experience.
battle experience.
So maybe you've got.
Why would you not?
Maybe you've got some.
Do you wish to claim this child as your trophy?
He's funny. He's funny. This is hilarious. She's like, all right, well, guys, I'm just gonna go, and I can just like, can I just like commandeer a few people as my staff? Perfect, thanks. All right, this is gonna be great. I'm super excited about this. I'll be in a lot of meetings with you guys. Okay, bye. And she just leaves.
Synth Devil?
Yes, Lumen.
Have V's fingerprints been removed from the vault?
Synth Devil just goes. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, probably a wise decision.
Yes.
So we will throw a feast. Is it just for us, or are we inviting the town?
Yes, the
Well,
town is typically invited.
Wonderful. I shall go procure something
What?
for the feast. It's tradition. I shall return.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, hey, Lumen, if you want to talk to him about the local laws and everything and what he can and can't do, be my guest.
Thing is, I also don't know all of the local laws. I have run into my own trouble. So I'm not sure.
I've run into my own trouble.
Do not worry. I will not kill a man unless a man tries to kill me, and I will walk out the door.
I think that one is okay. I think he's good there.
Well, in that case, with events planning going on, you guys can get down to the rest of you who remain can get down to the business of, the power surge is over. Any lingering things. I'll tell you what actually I'd love for one of you nice hero types. Let's have Teleportia do this. Teleportia,
All right.
would you roll me a D100?
Oh,
So that's where you roll both the percent and the D10 together and
Yes.
make a big number out of them.
Okay.
And I want you to roll low, and you probably want to roll high.
You want me to roll low?
I do. It's more fun that way.
Oh. 49.
49. You just rolled low enough for me. Thank you so much. Some troubling news that is also the kind of thing that is never surprising. Baskerville easily escaped Fiat custody. Because if there's one thing supervillains are good at, it's escaping custody once once it's absolutely no longer your guy's fault. So she's out there, and you guys will definitely say that probably one of the main things you're on the lookout for now is like Hell Watch, and there's not like huge incursions, but various like hellish. There's like been a lot of infighting between hellish cults, people who gain their powers from hell. We're doing this. Synth Devil will kind of give you a report of like the state of hell and everything. He'll also mention what happened on Null Island when Mind Lord showed up. Samuel Scott, aka Mind Lord, aka Nefarionis Delicatata. Oh no, Delecticatata. I love these names. Mind Lord is a psionic hellish supervillain. So like he had a thing, he tried to do a thing. Basically, there's been a lot of like hell nonsense. I'm so sorry that I had them close by, so you don't see me scramble today.
Son of a bitch.
But
No!
All I wanted for Christmas.
Merry Christmas to me.
We purposely didn't say anything.
Oh,
When you were like,
when I was
you
like,
were
I'm forgetting
you're like-
something.
Yes!
Yeah.
All of us!
Wasn't this nerds? This I had.
It's the most Philip thing than on Christmas to give himself a present.
Whisper, you guys can watch me open it. You're welcome. Whisper will give you a sort of rundown of magic. One thing she will report is that the good news is that the power Eldritch has equalized now that there's this new source of hellish power. Everything's adjusted, and I'm back to full strength.
That is good news.
So that problem was a momentary thing. And from what I can tell of friendly spellcasters, including the Guild of Secrets, they are, for the most part, are at the same level. Also, Riverman contacted me and said in the new year there is some secret they wanted to tell us about.
What, like find a new tributary to the Amazon or something?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's not about rivers. Let me rephrase. I hope it's not about rivers. I think it's something on behalf of the whole guild.
Why must we wait for the new year?
I don't know. Maybe this is too close to the solstice. It's a very busy time for them.
I mean, also people pick the New Year as an arbitrary point to start a lot of resolutions, so maybe that's just one more thing.
Thank you, Archetype. I was worried you wouldn't be able to comment on a thing involving people you've never met, but you managed to do it.
It's an educated guess.
Anyway, we're gonna cut away from this delightful tension. Beowulf.
What is the likelihood I am able to track the quarry I seek?
What did you send me a quarry you seek?
No, we talked about this a while ago.
Refresh my memory via text or publicly to you.
Traditional Yule and Beowulf's time requires a sacrificial Yule boar.
A what?
A Yule boar. A boar.
I thought so.
Beowulf. Oh dear.
I'm picturing the scene from Parks and Rec where Ron tried to slaughter the pig in the park.
Fine.
And his permit was just a piece of paper that said, I can do what I want.
I don't even have the paper.
Yep, there would definitely be Beowulf
close
is your...
to like a reserve?
You're not close to a reserve, but I'll say that just in the spirit of Christmas.
Wild boars are running rampant across the U.S.
There you go.
Right now.
I will say that as you're sort of looking around, kind of for this, like you're about to do some tracking, and you know what? Go ahead and do a you can do a like
a survival
tracking roll. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna spin my D4 real quick.
Okay.
That is a 1. Goodbye, D4.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and throw a 10 on it. Why not?
Oh my god.
This is important to me, Philip. Oh, that was a 12, not a 10. Rolled the same, though, regardless. So that's 16 plus 2, 18 plus 9, 27.
With a 27. Well, okay, so here's the thing. Beowulf, one, you do understand some wild areas you could go to. I don't know. Are there wild boars in Southern California? Is that a thing?
Not yet, but they're not far.
I
don't think they've made it to the deserts yet.
Yeah.
But we got a top sauce, right?
You have a top sauce for sure. I don't think
I will go to the net.
You're not rated to fly it. But what they're... Oh no, wild pigs exist in 56 of the state's 58 counties.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you, you have a choice. One is that you could go on a long trek into the desert to an area where some have been, like, you found some people who were talking about hunting, and you asked them and they said, yeah, there's some areas out there, and they were problematically really into your kind of like Nordic vibe. But
yeah,
then
that sounds right.
You also so basically you could go out there and hunt one, but you have heard that there actually are some boars and warthogs much closer and advertised at the Argyle Zoo.
No.
No.
Okay,
so I'm going to walk you all through my thought process. One, the most Beowulf thing would be go on the long trek to have a long hike. But two, so that's one. Two, I do still want to be part of this episode. Three, Beowulf doesn't understand the concept of a zoo.
But you understand they're caged up. Like, is that really wild if they're like in an enclosure?
From the advertisement, he may not know they're caged up.
How about Teleportia, worried about health violations, joins you?
Oh wait, I had seen you teleport, so I could do that.
Yeah.
So after I walk out and gather some information, I will walk back in.
Okay, cool. We'll say that that meeting is over, but you can find Teleportia. She's sort of down there.
Teleportia.
Yes.
Could you portal me? Could you create one of your gateways so that I may go to the desert?
Oh, sure. Do you want me to come with you, or do you?
You can come to observe, but I will do this on my own.
Okay. I mean, that sounds cool, but as long as it's not a human, right? Or anything.
Oh, no. Humans are not traditional for the Yule.
Is it a boar?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Sure. All right. Fine. I'll help.
All right, then, Will, these rolls are not required for a man with 20s and everything to successfully get a wild boar. Oh, God, the zoo would have been so much fun.
Philip, I would have done the zoo had portals not remind me that there's portals.
Yeah, portals got portals. So at this point, we will skip ahead a few days. We'll say we're gonna skip ahead to the 24th, to the day, because like in all TV shows,
with the boar though, I will say that
yeah,
I will walk back with the boar.
Like in all TV shows, there's a massive holiday party at offices on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
In all TV shows and movies, they throw a huge party on Christmas Eve at their office.
Yeah.
So as you guys come in on the morning of the 24th, you've noticed a few things. One, Olive has taken it upon herself to have many of these sort of public areas completely repainted. She's also installed some exhibits, like showcasing the cool stuff that you've done with some real like Instagram friendly, like viral areas you can do to kind of like the public part of the thing that people can go on tours. You also notice that the staff are all wearing completely different uniforms. And Olive is there with like an iPad, and she's going, "Guys, I've been so busy planning for this party, but also it's going to be really good."
Holiday uniforms, or are they just...
What kind of uniforms
are
they?
Oh, well, no. So everyone actually, I am going to have everybody in like elf hats and Santa hats later on for the actual party. But no, I've just changed the uniform of the staff. Believe me, this is gonna play so much better. Like, do you guys see how our engagement is already up so much? Just like since I started this job.
No, but I believe you.
See, it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God! Dua Lipa liked us. Yes! Oh my God, we've got to get Dua Lipa here. Do you know who Dua Lipa is? Lumen, do you know who Dua Lipa is? Lumen, do you even know Dua Lipa? Lumen?
No, I don't.
It's fine.
Does Dua Lipa exist in like LLA world?
Let's say Dua Lipa exists in multiple universes.
That is, yeah, wow, fascinating.
Oh, do you know Dua Lipa?
Yeah. Not personally, but I know of her.
I bet you Dua Lipa, all right.
Sure
Okay.
does.
All right. So, okay. This is fantastic. But so is everybody, I just, really it's just like a meet and greet tonight, and we're just going to have various guests, and there is going to be there's kind of like a VIP gathering beforehand, with like most of the influencers who I've asked. Yeah. So we just want you to get a lot of FaceTime with like influencers, right?
What? Sorry, I thought we were just doing one big party.
We are, but the big party, imagine it like there's one big party where like the community comes in and you give presents to kids and everything's great. And Synth Devil reads "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" and it's terrifying, just like always. But then there's also this like smaller, more exclusive party first for influencers and musicians and brand managers and a few people from political organizations. And the point is they come in, they get some like closer FaceTime with you guys. It ups our brand in a huge way.
Mm-hmm.
It raises a ton of money for charity. It's going to be great. You guys will do great. Just don't say anything horrifying.
At this point, I will kick open the doors, carrying the boar on the back over my shoulders, Robin of Locksley, Robin Hood Men in Tights style. Completely like sunburnt, like skin peeling over my body. And I will come in and throw it down on the table. The feast can proceed now. The head must be prepared so that it may be offered as the beginning of the feast.
The what?
The boar head is a traditional beginning of the Yule feast.
We're
the Yule boar.
No, it's vegan this year. I got a brand deal for a vegan.
I'm sorry, what?
It's all we had 2 brands with 2 vegan companies who were catering the whole thing.
I do not care what country these companies come from, but the boar is a tradition.
What?
Well, look,
Why would it be
Olive,
solely vegan?
you do the vegan catering, but then you let him have the boar because it would be culturally insensitive for him to not have the boar.
She kind of leans to you, Archetype, and goes, "But he's white."
I don't know what to tell you.
He doesn't get that doesn't apply. Okay. She says, "Okay, well, let's see."
I will prepare it if you do not know anyone who knows the proper way. I do also have to make the wassail. It's 2 nights in a row I've made a wassail joke.
How
Or some
about
wood, if that
we
is
can
more
try
preferable.
to take it to the kitchen, and then we'll see if our chefs can help.
Your chefs could certainly help.
Oh, Teleportia, you must try the brain. It is the best part. Not now. Not now.
No. I don't
prepared.
want to try it now. Like I want it prepared as best as it needs to be, and I can't wait to try it.
It's fine. Yeah, you guys do whatever you need to do. She just looks around. Okay, well, we can roll with it. It's fine. Let me see if there's any country music people who might want to come to this after all. Okay, and she just kind of walks off in another direction. And then as she passes like a couple of staff, she goes, "Love those new uniforms, guys. You look great." And she just passes on. Great. That being said.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
what did I miss?
The food is vegan.
Nothing that I know how to explain, because I don't fully understand what we're doing here today.
But we are bringing the peasantry through, yes?
Later, yes, apparently.
Later, yes.
Interesting.
At this point, however, a staff member, No, a staff member wouldn't even come up to you guys. You would get a priority alert to go to the conference room. You would not have been the first person that they would have taken this straight to Synth Devil. So if you guys rush up there, Synth Devil is at a table. There is a package on the table, or an envelope. It's like pretty thin. Synth Devil is staring down at it, looking very sort of intense. Whisper kind of fades in next to him. And Synth Devil will say,
"We have received a package. Fortunately, we knew what to look for after the last time, and our measures countering ghostly possession of items are much more robust than they were even a few months ago. But unfortunately, this is from..."
Whenever he points down, the fire's like really just going all the way back up his finger at school.
"This is from Wildorado. Archetype, you will recognize the handwriting."
And sure enough, that scrawl, it just says to Topflight. The return address is just a picture, it's like a little drawing of a ghost.
We have scanned this, and Captain Eldritch has looked it over both with mystic charms and the shades. And it does not appear that this object is cursed or haunted in any way. That being said, we will put up additional enchantments to protect against such things, but I think we need to open this.
Right. Does everyone want to open it?
I think we should step back, and Teleportia can open it through a portal while we're on the other side of the room.
I am okay with this idea.
Do you feel this vellum?
What?
It is parchment. How could this hurt you?
The concern is what is underneath the parchment.
The table.
Within the parchment.
Well, I do not understand, but I will respect your judgment as always, Lumen.
It is so interesting how much patience Lumen has with Beowulf, and how little she has for Archetype.
Oh, that is simple. It is because I show her respect and he shows her none.
Hey, I have not disrespected Lumen.
Forgive me. An excellent point, Beowulf. That is the kind of thing I don't pick up being from hell.
Are you guys ready for, so yeah, you want to put this on the other side of the room. Captain Eldritch will kind of, well, okay, technically, she'll, and, put more enchantments on it. You can make a little portal there. You guys can stand on the other side, and, Teleportia, if you'd like to open it. You can just reach in and do it, but if you're trying to do it, like, weird, you might need to roll a sleight of hand if you're trying to, like, touch it as little as possible or something.
I'll try to open it normally, but definitely once when it's like top is off, I'm like almost like instantly took out my hands and closed the portal.
It actually is just like I said package, it really is just like an oversized envelope. And if you open it up, sort of what you pull out is there's like a letter inside. Along with there's a second page to it that appears to be like a torn out piece of slightly thicker paper that seems to have a map on it.
I'll read the letter.
Okay. If you check out the letter, it's written in that horrible hand of Wildorado, and it just says, "Dear heroes," I'll do it in his voice. "Dear heroes, I hope y'all are having a lovely Christmas season. In the spirit of festivity and good cheer and all that bullshit, I figured I would give you a formal explanation of what it is that's about to happen, which is that all your sins are coming home to roost. At midnight tonight, as soon as Christmas begins, on the coordinates enclosed, an old friend will be making a reappearance. You don't have to come, but, well, you're gonna eventually. Yours, Wildorado."
Are we sure he sent this to the right group? I have no sins.
I have many sins.
I mean, I think sins can be, anyone can use that term to describe things that they don't like, so.
Mm-hmm.
Morals are always a construct of the society that you're in, right? So.
Do not explain morals to me.
They are absolute. Morals are not flexible things.
You were very resolute, Beowulf. I appreciate that about you.
So is he taking... Is his idea because of what we did in the past?
What did you do in the past?
I mean, technically it's what you did in, well, who's in the room right now?
It's only you guys.
It's what you did in a different past.
True.
Thank you, Archetype, once again.
Lumen, you usually use words and mannerisms that make sense to me. What does the cowboy letter mean?
I'm not 100% positive about who the friend might be, but he is, because of the information he looked up when he was possessing our poor staff, I believe he is talking about. I'm not sure how to explain this to you.
Beowulf will remember things that Findon, like Beowulf doesn't understand the world, but like a bad guy, Beowulf will have a vague remembrance of when his strength was called upon to fight that person. That kind of thing.
So yes, he's referencing the time before we reset our own time.
Oh. This was... Well, many things happened before that.
Yes. Where does the map look like? Like, does the map...
The map seems to be... Oh, I might actually change this on the fly just for fun. We'll say that the map seems to be a cemetery in rural Texas.
And that would mean nothing to us, right?
Based on research that had been done previously, I would actually allow Archetype, sorry to make you matter again. Archetype, why don't you do an investigation roll?
Okay.
Or analyze text, actually. Investigate's higher. Go. Investigate's fine. Yeah, go.
Okay. I'll use my hero D4 to get advantage. That is not a 4. Uh, 25.
Having looked into this recently, this, you believe, was the first place that Wildorado was buried.
Oh, he's doing the bring him back to where it all started thing.
Such an Archetype comment on multiple levels.
This is where this is the first sighting of Wildorado, so he's... It's like, oh, like I'm gonna bring you. It's a very common trope in a lot of.
Ooh.
How is it that you all speak the same language?
We all learned the same language in various ways. Yeah, that's how we all speak it.
It's not a literal. I know a lot of times I'm asking much more grounded questions. Thank you, child. So this is Wildorado. That is a name. That is the ghost that fires that weapon is other ghosts.
Yeah, do you remember beating him in like the very first issue you guys had?
Amazing question.
The first time we met him all together?
I have been here for 1 month, I think.
It would be in Findon's memory.
Yeah, when Findon first met Wildorado.
I have viewed glimpses of Findon. It's not a sort of a constant occupation on my
When did
mind.
he say to meet him? Was it on Christmas Day or was it today?
It's like hours from now. Oh, and time difference. It's like not even midnight your time. It's midnight there.
Yeah, so
we need
to
do we have
be
like
quicker.
satellites that can cover that? Let's see what's going on there right now.
You probably would.
So, Lumen.
Go ahead.
This Wildorado. He is evil, yes?
Yes, certainly.
Then we must end him.
Absolutely.
Very good. I've not killed a ghost before, but I am excited to try.
Connor, I do believe you are best suited for telling Olive that we cannot make whatever it is she's asking us to stay for with the musicians and internet children of fame. You know, your ilk.
I'm never. But you think I was an influencer where I came from?
No, I think you were a child. Were you, Jim?
Legally, very much an adult.
You must insist on the boar's head, though. Even in our absence, the feast must continue, as is tradition.
Right, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, if we're gonna go head out, I'll go talk to her now.
Okay. And Synthivil says, I will prep top sauce. And Whisper says, I guess it's always a working Christmas. Or some other quip. Archetype, if you go to find Olive.
Yeah.
Lumen will like kind of follow along.
Are you stealthing or you're in full view?
Somewhere in between.
Make a stealth roll just to see if it's kind of just like how generally unobserved you are.
$14.
You kind of glow.
Perception at 16.
You glow a little bit. You stick out. It's fair. But so basically, he's probably aware that you've come to watch this. But basically,
I just also have to go this way.
Yeah. So basically, you do find Olive. She's setting up. She's kind of setting up a thing, and she's saying, "No. That's the wrong. No. That's the other. I want this step and repeat. In the other entry. Okay. This is the step and repeat that's supposed to go here, and I think we need. Oh, hey, Archetype. Everything okay?
Yeah, Olive. Wow, everything looks great.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm kind of good at this. I have been texting the formation, who is a party planner, though. She's given me a couple hints.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, something supervillain level has come up.
On
so we're gonna
Christmas Eve.
I know they never let us have one off, do we?
No, they really don't. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that you have to deal with this. God,
yeah,
well, I mean, I do know what it's like, just like you.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Yeah, I know you understand. I'm really sorry. I was really hoping to,
the teams. You guys aren't making it to the party. Is that what you're saying?
We're gonna try and make it back as quickly as we can, but you know how these things go.
I do.
One minute you're doing something, the next minute you're trapped in the astral plane. Like,
yeah, no, I get.
Yeah, I hope that.
I know about that.
I know.
Now, are you? I assume, like, clearly. Okay, so kind of just she sizes him up, and she kind of sizes him up again because he's so ripped in this universe. And then she goes, so clearly there's no way they could spare you, but like, is there any way you guys could leave like I don't know, like Lumen or someone, but there's like a less important team member behind just to like, Actually, not Lumen. She's not great with kids.
That doesn't shock me. Look, tell you what we will do is, as soon as we're done, I'll have Teleportia get right back here immediately with the portals, and that way, yeah.
Archetype? I think you and I just became best friends.
No,
best friends get, one thing about best friends is they get drunk sometimes. Just saying.
Oh yeah? All right.
She's touching your chest thing there a little bit. Yep. Just saying.
Well, have fun at the party, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
mean, I guess that, like, the nice thing about having this face is that,
you are technically, yeah.
I have a formation-like uniform dress thing, so maybe I'll put that on, and I'm sure I can, get kind of, make sure everyone has a fun time, and we'll give them some tours. I can do some behind-the-scenes areas. It'll be fine. Thank you so much. Good luck out there, Archetype. Don't get hurt.
I'll try. Thank you. And then I'll turn around and walk away, and as I pass Lumen, I'll say, that's how it's done.
You have never worked with us on Christmas Eve before. You have never been to the astral plane before. And I am excellent with children now that I've had practice. Your Earth children are just very sensitive.
Oh, you mean they don't like being told that they're soldiers in the constant fight against evil and darkness.
Some of them really enjoyed that.
I mean, that, yeah.
Teleportia, since we are missing the feast, I would request, if able, 15 of your magnificent sandwiches.
Oh, I've already packed at least 30.
Excellent.
30 sandwiches?
I know Beowulf's appetite. Like,
that's fair.
At this point, I have calculated everyone's appetite and always bring as many sandwiches as needed.
And I'm sure you're just like you just stress make sandwiches. Just like,
yes.
Yeah.
Also,
especially with those two, like I'm just always just like.
Damn, I'm running out of sourdough.
Also, since therefore, I have not fought a ghost before. What is the best way to kill a ghost?
Your strikes are magical in nature, so just strike.
Oh, excellent. I am good at this.
It is a simple thing. There are types of damage that you cannot produce that can have additional effect against certain kinds of specters and apparitions. But for your purpose, as in most fights, your job is to put out some damage and also to take it.
Okay.
Your mind is resistant to possession. That is good. We wouldn't want any ghost piloting you.
Well, that would be disastrous for all of you.
That is, yes, that, just so. Very good.
Fortunately, my mind is impervious.
Well, I hope that is the case. So. Are you guys gonna head straight there?
Yes.
Wonderful. You can hop into top sauce. Doesn't take long to get there. We can sort of hand wave the trip. You arrive. We'll say you arrive like an hour before midnight. So if you want to sort of like stake things out, you can. But as of now, in the distance, in the nearby town, you can hear like a little bit of Christmas festivities. But honestly, things are pretty chill. It's probably around. And Texas can get pretty. It's probably like 40, 45 degrees. So it's not even freezing, but there's a definite chill on the air. But you guys can park top sauce and walk into this cemetery. It's pretty old fashioned. It's like very kind of a historic cemetery. Definitely feels very Western, and you are in this kind of like those like plains of West Texas.
Could I potentially try to do any tracking to see if there's like any residual of him or like potentially his plan, whether
Absolutely.
There's a trap or not?
You can definitely do a track roll for sure.
Okay.
A survival tracking for sure.
Woman, I just spent a lot of time in the sun, and it burned my flesh. And as the master of all that is light, is there a way to prevent it?
Yes. On this plane, they have something here that you can buy at many stores called sunblock.
That is a very apropos name.
It is a lotion, and you just apply it before you go into the sun, and then repeatedly every 2 hours for the rest of your life. It sounds like.
This sounds horrible.
Yes, it does sound inconvenient, but it's the life of a human here, unfortunately.
The pain did not matter. I will not do this.
Yes. In order to help with the pain, however, I do believe they use something called a loofah. It is a green plant that grows in. It doesn't need much water, but
the aloe vera.
No, it's the loofah. I'm pretty sure.
And what do they do with this loofah plant?
They grind it up, I believe, and you just drink it.
Maybe we will try this later to deal with the pain, but as in, I said it was insignificant. What long-term effects can light have?
Abolishing darkness and bringing nothing but goodness.
That is a natural state, though. That is not a long-term effect.
It is if you do it right.
All right. So anyway, Teleportia.
Yes.
You're doing good over there.
It was a 17.
A 17. You do not see. This seems to be an old graveyard. You see some like tire tracks in the dirt. Nothing super fresh. Probably just like people who come here and hang out. You even see some like beers on some of the stuff. You don't find any like obvious sort of like oh look, here's a stack of ghost stuff ready to attack us kind of vibe.
Here's all his ghostly plans written in ghost goo.
I'll say with a 17, you also kind of glance around. You do not see a grave that is labeled for either Wildorado or Dennis Branford.
Wait.
Huh.
Do we I'm gonna ask this as me because Beowulf never asked this. Does Topflight not have like a Ghostbusters level like ectoplasm or like PK meter where they would just like have a thing that like the little wings pop out and be like beep 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 around?
I think they do.
Okay.
For sure. If you want to
I cannot I'm not utilizing this.
I'll say just with a general look around, but you don't like it's kind of creepy here, but you don't feel like ghost vibes.
Okay.
A little time passes. Is there anything you guys want to do in preparation for midnight or
I just want to I guess like be alert.
Sure, you guys are on the lookout.
Keep the ship scanners just running.
Ship scanners can run, no problem. Are you guys going to stay on the ship, or are you like out?
No, I will build the fire.
Oh, cool.
And I will pass the
Not
sandwiches.
on the ship.
You'll just build a fire in the graveyard. Okay, cool. And teleport. Yeah,
If we're going to be here during the night.
Sure, you could do that. Teleportia can hand some sandwiches. You guys are kind of around a little fire, waiting. Midnight comes. Archetype, are you on the ship looking at scanners, or are you out with everyone else?
I'll be with everyone else.
So you guys are sort of standing there. Yeah, go ahead.
If time is passing, I would have a thing. So,
time is passing. Go ahead.
Okay. So, during my time, it is traditional, as we wait, so that we tell sort of stories of our great battles or conquests, while we sort of sit by the fire and wait for the forthcoming battle. It sort of stokes the spirit, as it were. Child, would you like to start?
I think that's an excellent idea.
Oh no.
No, I don't want to take away from your time.
Oh, but mine is well written about and sung about. And you seem to already know everyone else's stories.
I mean, what do you want? What do you want to hear?
Any notable battles or conquests of your own? I know very little about you. I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, where I came from, you know how I think I mentioned like I studied these characters, including you, from different dimensions, but we took them with us and mentally took them with us into this big crystal purple land and fought some dream beasts there that were, I'll describe dream beasts.
They sound like a worthy beast to fight, certainly.
We had to make a deal with a god, who I don't know how she and all those other people tie into this place, but I am curious to find out more while I'm here.
Interesting.
Oh,
This is
God.
in your dreams.
No.
Well, now you're just mixing your stories up. You said it was a dreamland.
That's what they called it, but a dreamland. I think it was in a sense similar but different to a dreadland.
Wait, you're saying you accessed the Dreamlands?
Yeah.
Whisper, I don't like that your question sounded slightly impressed.
Not impressed.
Seemed more like shocked or astounded.
Thank you, Archetype, once again.
It is. The Dreamlands are incredibly difficult to access. They tend
They are.
to only open up on their own terms.
Of course they do.
It is a rare thing to find a stable crossing.
Of course
And
it is.
I mean, we had a place we had a place through which we could travel to them weekly.
Sorry,
Fascinating.
You keep saying we. Who is this we that you speak of?
There were a group of students that I was working with.
Other children.
Well, some of them were younger than me and a lot less confident than me, but, you know, a lot less capable.
And in these journeys into this dreamland, in meeting gods and such, did you kill anything to bring back to protect the realm?
We were unable to think of the nexus where we were able to access the dreamlands. We were unable to take anything from the dreamlands outside of that nexus. So the way we protected the realm was by making a deal with that god to help seal off the dreamlands from our world, so that no invasion would be possible.
Well, that sounds like a right heroic action.
God damn it.
There is a sort of like, in the glow of the fire, there's a ghostly presence just kind of floating there, but you can sort of see as he lights up and he goes,
Evening, everybody, and I hope you're all having a merry last Christmas.
Well, this is my first one.
No, it was a threat that this would also be our last one.
I don't recognize all of y'all. I also don't recognize all of y'all from what I read in my records. Well, in your records that I was able to access, you take very good notes there, Synth the Devil. It's appreciated.
Why did you need our records?
Well, I was just looking around, but maybe something was really pulling me to find out about them. Because they were a little bit about me, weren't they? About a world y'all took from me. But one I'm bringing back. Slowly but surely.
So,
And you're wearing the Oakshire crest on your chest. I've been visiting there a little bit. That girl Nova sure loves to talk to ghosts.
How are you getting there?
Well,
can you take the child with you?
that's something I'm able to do. No, I don't think I could take anybody else to that place, no. Takes a lot of doing for me to skip to another realm's ghostly plane in any event. But boy, what an interesting space. Your friends there, and your old friend Armament, they're very active there right now. Been summoning all sorts of things. Summoning a version of me. Ain't that just the funniest?
Armament would never bring you into a world.
Well, that's what I thought was so odd, darling. Is he didn't stop them from summoning a character version of me. Perhaps he thought it was all safe. Nor did he stop them from summoning a character version of him. And he kind of becomes slightly less corporeal, and you now see that standing about like 40 feet away, just like silhouetted against some light, is just this like, you just see like a silhouetted figure standing there. One that Lumen and Teleportia remember. The final is in this graveyard.
What?
Like, actually...
The final.
How?
I'm not here to fight y'all tonight. That's his job. Merry Christmas. He wisps away. And the final's just standing there. That is him. I sense deific power radiating from that form. He's
So I
here.
mean that this is a god.
That is a god.
We should probably call it back up too then. Is that Sorry, Phil, did you say that it looks like corporeal or like kind of like partly corporeal?
This one looks corporeal. There is
Okay.
a figure standing about like 40 feet away in the dark. Just it's like totally backlit, but you see kind of like rimmed by Christmas starlight.
Whisper, are you able to call the guild? Synth, are you able to call anyone else from Topflight?
Synth says, yes, I can, although, do we want to bring Topflight here? You remember what happened to them last time?
Last time, the only reason we got through is because several people. We had V, and she used all of her other forms. We had the other, more annoying but just as helpful Captain Eldridge.
I have glimpses of this creature in my memory. Lumen, this is evil, yes?
Undoubtedly.
Without a doubt.
Did you say deity, Whisper?
Yes, this is the god of endings, the gray god of what awaits beyond. This is the final.
And the final is written in like a different color font 3D thing, the way they do in comics, because it's fucking cool.
Well, then it is the duty of us all. And I'll draw my sword.
Honor, do not allow it close to you, or you will never be able to get home.
Yeah, I've read the book. I understand how this thing works.
I am trying to.
Thanks.
Even now, I don't.
Since Devil says, I have put in a call for reinforcements. We'll see who can get here in time.
I will begin to walk towards it.
Perfect.
No.
Please don't touch him.
I'm not going to touch him. I'm going to stab him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can walk up to the final. The final is just there. As you get close to the final, what you see is a gray figure, just like totally featureless. Probably about your height. More slender, but still strong and built. The cool Lego version has a cool little hood, but
oh, you should show, because everyone's seen it.
I don't know if the I think the final sometimes has a hood. I'm not sure if in this instance the final would be hooded, but it's just sort of just totally blank dark gray. Yeah, but yeah, you might be up against that instead. Anyway, that's the vibe. Yeah, but you approach.
Do I remember incorrectly, or was the final when we fought it not fully the final just yet? He was just waiting
the
to
final
build himself?
The final was sort of waiting for something. It was uncertain. The final was because the final is like a god, this is an avatar, an aspect of the god who's there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was, but yeah, it was the final, and the thing that like Lumen is remembering that you would remember is the final when you guys fought it before, and when Topflight fought it, the final force, if the final hits you, you must make every saving throw. If you fail any, you die.
You die. Yeah.
Because you go to 0 in that stat.
Yeah.
So you walk up to him, Beowulf.
Does it?
Yeah.
As I'm walking up to the final, does it do anything?
It's sort of like there's a tilt of a head, like an acknowledgement of some degree of focus on you.
Are you the great evil for this world?
No reply.
Have you come here to end it?
No reply.
Lumen is going to move away from Teleportia and Archetype.
Okay.
Well, I'm like whispering to like, or saying like, just saying like whispering to like, how could If only 2/3 of them are here right now, how could he have gotten it here?
I have no idea.
2/3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tatiana Temple is not here.
Oh.
Which means this is something from another realm. It's like an idea of something.
Is it potentially from your realm then, Archetype?
Did he bring the character? He might have brought the character.
It's a character. But for a god, a character is the same thing as the god. Something that is deific. To know of it, to have it as a character, it's as good as having it there. This is just an aspect, a representation, and yet it has the power.
In the way the Maisie doll was tethered to whatever Maisie is.
Yes, precisely.
I should also ask this, because I look currently at my current health, and it is, I believe, reflective of the last battle.
No, you're at full health.
No,
Yeah.
Time has definitely passed. We're good.
Okay.
Woohoo!
All right. Then I will look at the final that has been silent and staring at me, or tilting head nods. They all seem to be afraid of you. You are some great evil. Let us find out.
No.
And I will swing the greatsword.
Wonderful.
Oh.
Make your first attack.
Oh no.
What do we roll?
Natural one.
Oh no.
All right. You swing your greatsword.
Not fair that I play Beowulf. It's such a disservice to
And
Beowulf.
the greatsword strikes the final. You hit the final. And Beowulf, this is something that you remember well. Just contact with this thing melts the greatsword. And your sword, which is not magical, of course, you can't use magic swords, but just this mundane sword, just like upon like passing onto it, like it doesn't even like break on him. It's just like by the time you like have your swing through, it's more melted than any monster blood has ever made your blade. It's just gone. And the final in response.
Okay.
Well, Lumen, I mean, I guess actually let's roll initiative.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to let the final do a thing in direct response because that was happening, but we can kind of have an initiative roll here. Go ahead. Merry Christmas to us all.
Yeah, okay.
Was anybody over 20?
20.
The final's over 20?
Of course he is.
That counts as his turn then.
Sure, that will be... Yeah. You know what? I won't get him double turns. That's fair. I'll just tell you what. He will incontrovertibly, nobody can go before him. He gets to do the next thing. But yes. Okay. Lumen is 20. Anybody 15 or higher?
Oh no. Well, I guess it's not like there's a ton of things out. It's fine.
Actually, NPCs are 15.
What?
The
Whisper
and
our side. Yeah. I thought.
Yeah, all the Wildorado and a million ghosts. Anybody 10 or higher?
12.
10.
All right. That's Beowulf. What were you, Archetype?
5.
All right. Well, there's actually one more I'll do, but it'll be this turn. Okay, it's low anyway. Okay, cool. So the final, in response to you doing this, Beowulf, is you just like see it melt away. The final just like rears back and just gives you this light. Actually, doesn't even rear back. It's a god. It just in response like to do that, just like this like lightning fast strike, just kind of like this backhand sort of towards your face. Oh no, why am I not rolling a gray die for the final? I'm an idiot. All right. Okay. Does a 30 hit your armor class?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So you take... You take 32 necrotic damage.
Yep.
And can you please make a strength saving throw?
Okay.
You're pretty good at these, but his DC is high.
24.
Okay. He says,
I will add to that.
You should.
Yeah.
You should add.
Let's add a D8 to it. 29.
29. You are struck and you manage to like keep your feet. You kind of stay in place, you don't go sort of flying back, but you've never been hit by something like this before. But the rest of you watch, and Beowulf does not melt and make a million saving throws. It does appear that perhaps the final's power is not what it had been. That being said, Beowulf, you do make one more. You're probably still able to do it. Make a wisdom save for me.
That is a 32.
32. Yeah, you feel kind of like a true tensing of your mind, and your things are really going through, but you manage to sort of not just be stunned. But the final's just there, kind of basically your attack did nothing and destroyed your weapon. The final just clocked you, and you can feel yikes, that was intense. The final does get multiple attacks also. It's gonna give you another one. That is a 25 to hit.
That will also hit.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I know.
Dealing you less that time 26 damage.
Okay.
And just make the wisdom save at this point.
Okay.
I don't. All your saves are the same. Just make a save.
Okay.
Make a generic saving throw.
That's a 19 again, so that's a 32 again.
32 again. So yeah, you again are you're holding into it. You can feel that the strike from you to a lesser being, it would have thrown you back and just stunned you, and perhaps killed you if this thing were sort of stronger. Maybe it's toying with you, but the rest of you do have a sense of okay, so this is not the full-on final, but it's bad news. Lumen, it is now your turn.
Well, Lumen wants to Volatile Blast, but she knows V isn't here. She knows Armament isn't here. And she's remembering from the first timeline, watching everyone fucking die to this thing. And so she's terrified and in a bad headspace. So she's going to do the Dark Ball instead.
Oh, Darkness Ball? I love it.
Yeah. Or Dark Sphere, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Multiple things. But I'm going to use a D4.
Love it.
And it's a 4, so I get to keep it.
I love it again. The sequel.
Okay. Oh, thank God. All right. So that is a 19 plus 10, 29 to hit.
29 to hit. You hit with a 29. I also like the idea that because it's a Christmas thing, either a minor version of a Christmas song plays, or God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, where it's intense, where it's the Dio metal version of God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
14 damage.
14 damage. All right. The darkness, you certainly the final takes the damage. It is not much to the final, but it certainly goes. The final kind of in response to that sort of doesn't really even wince from it, but kind of looks as the darkness just turns gray upon its skin, and it kind of looks up at you with interesting. Kind of clocking you there in the distance. I will say that Synth and here's what we'll do. Synth is trying to bring people, but he will throw out, kind of a flaming thing. I'm actually going to let your girl Whisper try to like put up some kind of like barrier around the final. All right, Beowulf, a very like a kind of like a purple greenish like wave of energy suddenly like springs up between you and the final. Just kind of, you know, like coming into place between you and the final, sort of like, you know, glances at it. In a sort of like, oh wow, okay, that happened. So she's put up some sort of barrier. And the final will use a legendary action to punch the barrier. So we'll just see if the final can kind of, you know, undo that magic. Final was a 19 on the die, so yeah, that's a 34. So the final just kind of like, you know, kind of like extends a hand and the barrier breaks and you hear Whisper go, I haven't been called upon to do magic at this level. Not yet. Kind of, where's Dustin Howe when you need him, right? Okay. So with that, it is Teleportia's turn.
Terrified, but she'll try to do portals, but like make sure that, I don't know, it's still gonna figure it out anyway. But like, even though I open a portal, it's not exactly where I am, but I still try to shoot a warp beam.
Understood.
Out.
You're gonna say it's like a you're protecting your IP address by going through a bunch of different fake ones. Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Go ahead. Shell companies. It's a shell company shot. I get it. You can't see where I'm doing this from. It wasn't me. Yeah, I love that.
Where's it coming from? Who knows?
Yeah. I'll say you can make one attack that way. Yeah, with all the setup.
That was a 27.
A 27 to hit does hit the final. Roll your damage. Of your warp beam. 4d8 plus 5. It's not nothing.
Yeah.
This stream has been sponsored by NordVPN. For all your portal blasting needs, NordVPN.
There you go.
That would be 22.
A 22 damage.
Yeah.
That is okay. Cool. Great. You sort of gets hit by that, and again, kind of. Actually, you know what? In response, because you made it hard, I would like for you to make a portals roll. So please roll a d20 and add 9 to it. I'm gonna see if he can deduce where it came from with godlike jerkery, just to like
pop.
Look around and be like, "I see you, girl."
Oh no! Oh, it's a 20.
So 29. All right. So he has to.
You needed a 30. I'm sorry.
No. I'm rolling for him.
He's not me.
He looks up, and there is a bit of curiosity in his thing because you can see that he is looking at the portals. He is not sure where you are. So Teleportia, you have scored, if nothing else, you've done 22 points of damage, which is, you know, not very much to the final, but what you have scored is a moral victory for yourself. Beowulf, he's just going to punch you again. Just because he has legendary actions to burn. That is a 28.
Wait, I thought it was archetypes. Unless
legendary
he skipped.
lets him go whenever he fucking wants.
No, the bad guys get legendary actions they can do at the end of other people's turns. Yeah, especially gods. Gods should get deific actions, which would somehow be even more.
No.
Beowulf, that will be... This one doesn't. He hasn't had them yet. He'll get them, don't worry. Beowulf, you will have... that is 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage.
And give me a generic saving throw. This is the do I spend dice now to get something higher?
It's not do I spend dice, it's how many dice I spend here. This is not great. We're gonna throw the D20 on this.
Why not? Don't roll a 1.
Okay, that was much better. So that was a 16 on the hero dice. That brings us to a 21, which brings us to a 34.
A 34. Yes, you kind of just this strike hit like hurt, and you can feel like your vision kind of crowding around, but you just heroically like keep your feet and post up and stay around. It is actually your turn now, Beowulf. Then Archetype will be last.
Yeah, sorry, it was 29 points of damage. Yeah,
indeed.
Okay. So there was a point in time, but I did fight a being that could not be damaged by weapons. So I'm going to draw on that knowledge and attempt to do what I did then.
Okay.
I'm going to try to rip his arm out.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. I like this.
Well, Armament will be glad to know that Findon is about to be gone.
Right. Beowulf, go ahead and I think that is an unarmed strike roll.
Sure.
Going to have the final making a Actually, no, you could do. Is athletics better for you than unarmed strike?
It is, yeah.
Do an athletics then.
Okay. That's gonna be a 25.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do 2 funerals.
Do you have dice left?
Oh, I do. Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to put them on. I'm just throwing it out there that one could put some on, perhaps. You don't have to.
I will use.
Out of the Christmas spirit, can we lend our hero die?
Right. I'll use my D12. 30. That brings it up to a 30.
Okay. I'll say that since you've gotten to a 30, so I'm gonna say that you notice something as you do this against the final. You sort of like grab it and you pull off with like the strength of Beowulf. One, your hands go numb as you get in direct contact with this thing's skin. Your hands are like it's like numb, and you look at them and they are sort of turning like ashen and gray, as if like cinder, just like cold cinder, of like a fire from the night before. Just not like a millimeter down, not insanely.
Sure.
You also, however, realize that you are pulling on someone who has rolled higher than you here. Because, however, you were sort of closer, I'm not going to have like a huge ill adverse effect other than what's happening to your hands here and the dark realization. But it's that this being is much stronger than you. If your strength is 20, I'll say that you'll learn that this thing has a strength of 27. And as you're just like pulling on it, you're just like it doesn't, like you do a absolute yeet. The king of the yeets will yeet. He like his arm like doesn't even move. As if he just like to prove to you his strength or whatever, his just nothing, and you're just like ah. You get another attack, however. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna give you disadvantage on the attack though, because your hands are just kind of some awkward feeling of it. No damage, but yeah.
Oh, then all right. I will, with disadvantage, I will then take another chance here with a weapon.
Okay. Yeah.
Actually, wait. No. I have a thing that I never use.
Oh.
Hang on. This may be the only time that this is an important thing. I gotta look up what the spell does, though.
Okay. You have already made an attack, though, so you don't.
Oh, I have.
You don't. If you don't have another action, you have a second attack.
Sure. Then I will swing with the longsword.
Okay. You kind of like pull the longsword. It's a little, so it's disadvantage, and it's a little like flimsy in your hand, and.
Yeah, I think that's a 15. Let me double check.
15. Okay.
Yeah, that's a 15.
I'll even say that just because you have an infinite number of swords on you, just for the sort of flavor of it, like, once again, the sword just, like, melts, as you sort of strike through him, as it just, like, as he kind of just stands there. And now he's just, like, glaring down at you, like, you have nothing. You're, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Archetype, your turn.
Okay. I would like to try.
Dan has been sitting here this whole time being like, gonna get real creative now.
Okay, so I would like to see if I can reverse channel him back into wherever from whence I channel characters.
Okay. So, I love this plan.
That make him a channelable character for him?
Roll a channel character roll. I see what you're attempting to do, so go ahead and roll your D100.
44, so pretty low.
44. So yes, you do not roll. You had to roll a 100 to choose the final.
I assume, yes.
Yeah, you had a 1% chance of that. However, because it's Christmas.
Eve. Oh no, we're hitting midnight.
Oh, it's Christmas here. Still Christmas Eve at the place. Because it's Christmas, I'm going to let you channel. And I'm going to give you basically for a turn here, basically, I'm just going to give you, pull up her stats and everything. You have the strength and flight power of Meridian. If you want to fly in for a punch.
Yeah.
Oh.
I will do that. So yeah, then I'll just. So I guess so. Bonus action was the channeling.
Bonus action was the channel. That's fine.
Yeah, and then I'll fly in and just.
It's okay, KJ. Meridian has historically been fine against the final.
I just told him not to touch the damn thing, and he's going to touch.
I understand what I got right now.
One job.
All right. Go ahead and go for Meridian. Meridian has a plus 13 to hit.
Okay.
And we'll deal 6d6. Plus plus 6.
Plus 13 7. To hit, you say?
13 to plus 13 to hit.
Okay, I'm going to add. I'm going to add my. And add a D10 on top of that.
Love it.
Perfect. Have we established what the finals armor class is yet?
You have not.
My 29 hit him.
29
I know that's
hits.
not helpful, but
what else do we know?
My
hits?
27 hit.
27 did hit as well.
27 hit.
And a 15 did not hit.
Okay. Then I will let this lie with a 26.
Between a 15.
Dan, I wish you got no. That 26 hits. You're fine.
Okay.
So you sort of fly over and do the thing. The final will have to roll because of your. So go ahead and roll your 66. Wait, no. Oh shoot, it's 68. I'm sorry.
I'm going to use my hero D12.
Okay. Ooh, I like it.
Not as
Wait, no, it's based on brawn factor. This die size. I think I did the Meridian sheet wrong. The brawn factor is the die size is the. No, the brawn factor is the number of D. Yes, it is 66. Yes. That's right.
Yeah,
66 right. Plus 7. Yeah.
Okay, so then I will upgrade to D8s.
Love it. 68. Love it. Okay, cool. That's right. I thought 66 looked low, but then I looked at your sheet and was like, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. That's not great. 10, 18, 24 plus 6 or 7?
Plus 7.
That's 31.
31. Love it. The final will have to make a save to not go flying from that, but makes it easily. So you kind of do it, but the final just, kind of just like takes, just kind of like clearly that was a lot of, you hit it hard.
Yeah.
But the final does not sort of go flying back, and instead kind of just kind of turns back with his blank face. And as you're sort of hovering there, as fun as it is to fly, archetype, that you are,
I will fly back away, and so I can land on the ground, understanding this is not going to be like a.
Understood. As you fly away, the final as an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Reaches out.
I mean, better 1 now than 3 on its turn.
I get it. Right. What do I got here?
And at least I make this saving throw with Meridian Strength.
That's true. You will get to make the saving throw with Meridian Strength. you don't get Meridian's armor class, so I'm assuming that a 24 will hit you.
Yeah.
Okay. So make a saving throw. You get a plus. You'll get a strength saving throw for Meridian.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the strength saving throw is fine. Make a wisdom saving throw. That'll be your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will add. I'm gonna add one of the military intelligence historian D8s.
Love it. Yeah.
Okay, so we're at 14. I will add. Can I use I'm going to use my reaction, my Mrs. Got It reaction, to give myself proficiency in the save.
Okay, love it.
So it's adding +3 to that.
Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so you got a +6 to the save as well. Yeah, so plus
right
3
now.
on it. Perfect.
I will add my.
I love saving throw proficiency. That's great. Never thought of that. That's fun.
I'll add my D6 and my D8.
Okay. So you have 2 D8s, a D6, and a +6 modifier. All right.
Math, right? So it's 25.
The final save DC is 25.
Sick.
So thank Mrs. Got It. Mrs. Got It and the Gestorian military agent just helped you out there. You also, Archetype, feel this. So basically, this hand reaches out, and I'm going to say that this was like a choke, as you sort of fly back in the finals with this like horrifying speed. This gray hand just wraps around your throat, like holds you in place, sort of, and sort of chokes you. But you manage to. You can hear a voice in your head saying, "Whoever this is seems suspiciously communist. Get away from here. You're better than this. Justoria is better than this." And you also hear a voice in your head saying, "No, you got this. You can, whatever wisdom. You're wise enough for this. I got some pills I can give you about this. We got some. Yeah, you got it. I got it. You got it. Miss Got It's got it." And you kind of just feel this like weird inspiration to just do this, and you do manage to like wrench yourself free and fly back with sort of Meridian speed. You're not like held in place. You're not stunned. There.
How much damage did I take?
Oh, I'm so sorry. You took 29 damage.
Okay.
As the final just did that, but sort of like, you pull back, the final puts a hand down. With that, it is the final's turn again. The final just sort of looks around at all of you. You'll then hear Wild Dorado kind of speaking from the side and saying, "Yeah, it's fun to have old friends back, right? People you thought were gone, but even if they're not all here, they're plenty strong like this, aren't they? Yeah. It's fun indeed. On the other hand, y'all are a bit tougher than I was thinking of, so, perhaps it's not... Well, it's definitely your last Christmas, but perhaps it's not your last night. I think we've shown them enough for now, your godship." The final just like glares at all of you, kind of looks at Beowulf one last time, kind of, the final having taken, a good bit of damage, but seems like is unmarked by any of it. Beowulf, your hand's still stinging from kind of the sort of like dead skin that's gone down a couple of millimeters of gray. And the final just kind of looks at you and kind of just one last cock of the head of like, this was a prelude. And then, in a puff of ghostly smoke, the final and Wild Dorado disappear. Moments later, coming in, you guys hear like the air like ripping as Meridian flies down, kind of. What's wrong? What's going on? Are you all okay? Where's the enemy?
Lumen will kind of snap out of her fear paralysis-ish thing, but she's just gonna run over to Connor, and she's just gonna check him over because he got grabbed by the final. And she's...
I'm fine, thank you. Meridian, it's on the loose.
On the loose? What is on the loose? What's going on?
The final.
Who? Okay, I don't know who that is. Who's the final? And Synth Devil will say, "Oh dear. There may be some things we need to tell you, Meridian. I fear that something we thought we had put to rest has been revived. If Armament were here, he would say, it's all Findon's fault."
Lumen will cry a little bit when Synth says that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna be hugging Lumen because we're both really so scared.
Yeah.
Sort of,
I haven't felt that in a while.
I
True
know.
Paralyzing fear. Look at that.
My eye
Um.
almost started twitching again.
Remember how it used to do this?
Bale's sort of staring at the like gray skin on his hand,
So gray.
and he'll just sort of clenches his and turn to you like, "This is a worthy adversary, but we will kill it. How did you kill it before? We will kill it again, and we will make sure it stays dead this time."
We actually didn't kill it before.
No, we didn't.
But you defeated it.
We
In the very loosest sense of that term.
I'm not happy about it, but he is not wrong.
What power did you use to defeat it? Because no power I used against it did anything.
Technically, it was Whisper's power.
We will have to use the power Eldritch. But, well, as you all remember, the power Eldritch was not used to defeat it. It was used to siphon the energy.
Right.
I don't know what we're going to do, but I do know that all is not lost. And Meridian's like, all is never lost. Whatever this thing is, we can beat it together. Whisper says, but we have one advantage. It is not at its full strength yet. Because Archetype and Beowulf are not dead.
thank goodness.
Well, we're gonna have to stop it from getting there.
Precisely. That means that no matter what, Tatiana Temple must not return. Meridian goes, Tatiana Temple? What? Who's that?
Archetype is not like this is not his place to like.
Yeah.
Look at Synth Devil
Oh,
right now.
this is not this place.
All of a sudden.
Well,
The-
we're all equal. Meridian is.
The Cleopatra
Because you
of
used
crime.
her power.
The
No, I'm saying
Cleopatra of
she's,
crime, Meridian. Everyone knows this.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do an extensive presentation on this.
Yes.
But we will find the power that will let me tear this thing's arms off.
Hopefully.
And on that note, we will end this with something I don't usually do, but we're going to do it tonight. A vote choice for your epilogue.
Before that, actually,
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
Can we actually but it would have to be the next day
Uh-huh.
or like the next morning or whatever. Lumen wants to give her presents.
Oh.
Okay, give out
I
your...
want to give presents.
Then it'll be a Christmas morning. Lumen, please give out your presents. Absolutely. We'll cut to Christmas morning. Also, this is a holiday special. We have to end with some cheeriness. There has to be some fun in it. So you guys will get back. We'll say that you guys get back to Top Beach. A huge party was thrown. There's so much like glitter and confetti everywhere. Like you guys get in pretty late, but like Olive is still up, basically in a formation uniform, and she's just like showing various VIPs, kind of like she's not showing them any restricted areas, but she's showing them like like certain non-public areas behind the scenes, and just like there's like champagne bottles everywhere. Beowulf, you do see that there's a boar head and a cut up boar on one side. Was not hugely eaten, because most people at this weren't there for like a whole hog barbecue situation. It was more just canapes and things, but you can see that it was presented. The place is kind of like a glorious but fun mess. Olive's like, oh my god, you guys are back, the party's over. But everything went great. Everyone totally missed you all, but you know, they understood. It's the nature of the job. Everything's fine. Are you guys okay? Or you know what? Actually, I don't think we're gonna do pictures with them. I think they had like a real fight. So, you know, superheroes, that's the business. She just escorts a bunch of influencers away from all of you guys upon seeing, you know, like Archetype and Beowulf looking a bit banged up, and the dead expressions on Lumen and Teleportia's faces. And she kind of will, you know, just escort people out. You know, soon dawn is breaking here in California. As you guys are just kind of decompressing after this. You didn't tell Meridian anything yet. That'll wait. But Synth Devil and Synth Devil and Whisper are having very, like, you know, intense just conversations about process. But Lumen, if you would like to hand out presents, you are welcome to do so.
Okay, so Findon gets, well, it's all going to be the same wrapping style, but it's like white paper with silver and gold ribbons and bows. Findon gets a like goblet for drinking stuff out of.
I open this paper.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This paper box is truly beautiful.
This is very fine indeed, Luma. I shall celebrate many a defeated foe with this.
Oh, good. That's exactly what it was for. Teleportia, the similar wrapping, but it's a panini press.
Oh, thank you. I'll put it to great use for everyone.
And then Archetype will get a really tiny box. And then if he opens it, there's like a small medal.
What does it say? Or what's on it?
It has some kind of picture on it. I don't know. But like it's basically that is the medal we give back on Valo to young recruits that come back from their first big dangerous mission. Alive.
Thank you, Lumen.
The dead get a different medal and ceremony.
In a highly militarized society, I should imagine so.
I did not realize that this was a gift giving day.
It's okay. It's your first one. It's fine.
You
Also,
brought us a boar. That was your gift to all.
Well,
Connor, I want to be clear. You have no real military ranking. It's mostly symbolic.
Yeah, no, I get that. Thank you.
The meaning is still there.
Oh god, it's so good every time. It's so good every time.
If I may at least attempt to give a gift of words. I understand that everyone is feeling pretty, despite this lovely goblet and sandwich irons and strictly ceremonial metal. That everyone is feeling sorry. That everyone is feeling down. But I would like to say that I have viewed this. I have not experienced this battle till tonight. But you all, well, two of you won this battle before. Teleportia, you bend the reality. Lumen, you are the master of conquering darkness, and what is this thing if not the ultimate darkness? And there is no one better suited to defeat it except perhaps myself. An archetype. We will make a man of you yet.
literally fully grown at this point.
Archetype, I'm gonna do this because of just like the like mathematical this. Archetype, if you would like to do an investigation roll, please do one.
I'll throw a D8 on there, and I'll throw my hero D20 on it.
Why not?
42.
42. Archetype, you don't have to say the following. You don't have to point this out. But you did more damage to the final than anyone else tonight.
I'll just say,
with the help of someone. I'm kidding.
No. I'll let
we'll all get this together.
Yes, this is what I'm saying.
Right, but I'm also saying that I'm confident in my abilities and my masculinity, so thank you.
Oh, that you should not say.
We come from different times, okay?
Oh, God.
That is correct.
Oh, God, it hurts, because it's so fucking funny.
So, I also have gifts for everyone. For Beowulf, the gift is, it's probably poorly wrapped, but it's probably of silly wrapping also. So whatever silly wrapping, but
Lumens
inside
were perfectly wrapped. Like it made professional
Yeah.
wrappers look terrible. I'm just pointing that out.
It almost glowed with how great it was wrapped.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure she uses glowing
Teleportia
paper.
Teleportia is just like shyly wrapped, like the poop
crumpled
emoji, like with a Santa hat on it.
or just gift bags. She could not give a fuck.
You know what?
Gift bags and no tissue paper.
Maybe for archetype. Like, sure. But
oh, it's so good.
For Beowulf, it's a big bottle of whiskey, and for Lumen, it's a lava lamp. And then for archetype, it's a book on how to get along with other people.
This is
don't
thoughtful.
Alienate everyone.
I've already read things like this before, but thank you.
This is
oh god.
This is so very thoughtful, Teleporter. You have very much assumed. I enjoy this is wonderful.
I think it would go great with Lumen's gift also.
Poured in the goblet.
I thought it was almost perfect.
And all of Archetype's knowledge and experience comes from books, and this is wonderful.
Oh, Archetype, you can now summon the self-help guru from your book reading.
Can I summon Clippy from Microsoft Word?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, it looks like you're trying to write a letter. That attack does psychic damage. Synth
Lumen
Devil
will absolutely set up later tonight, but she's gonna set up the lava lamp and just stare at it and be like, I don't understand what the big deal is, and then an hour will go by and she will not have moved. Just completely enwrapped.
Synth Devil gives you each I did bring Yuletide gifts for you all. It seems against the spirit, and yet I thought we all could use this. This is a symbol of, up until tonight, what I thought the greatest danger ahead of us was. He pulls out, he gives each of you what's called a keystone of hell. He gives you all a small piece of stone from hell that was used in various hellish constructions. It's more a symbolic item. It doesn't really have, it has a little bit of hellish magic on it. It's kind of a hellish magical trinket. But it's more just like a gesture of like you all hold the keystones to hell. That despite the return of the final, 2 hells await us. Plus maybe a Maisie. It's getting rough out there, friends.
One second, I'm going to lean over to Lumen. I do not destroy this, and I do not kill him, yes? Just gotta keep checking.
And,
And cover it up. You just put it in a drawer or something if you like. You don't have to.
And kind of watching this, you see there's like a weird look on her face this whole time, but Whisper will then be like, yeah, it's I just got you all eTunes gift cards. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you for this decorative paper.
Welcome. Cool. Well, on that note, my friends and neighbors, you have two choices as to where we will have our festive holiday epilogue. Option 1. I'm trying to decide which one to say first, which was the bigger reveal. Option 1 is New Hell, the Palace of Idana. Option 2 is the Astral Plane.
Oh my god. Yeah, like there's no question, right? Like
Yeah.
Great. In a little corner of the Astral Plane, separated from everywhere, kind of amidst the sort of just swirling, just mental energy, there is suddenly a little like quaint Christmas village. Where there are various children singing Christmas carols. And one of them is singing like, "Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the..." Gets hit in the face with a snowball. Look over as Tatiana Temple is just sitting on a pile of snowballs saying, "Bah humbug, darling." Well, in spite of hating the Christmas spirit, I do so love the Christmas season. It's just so funny to watch their little faces fall. Like, oh, look at him there. And he just runs back. She says, "God, being trapped here in the astral plane has its benefits. There's no shortage of crying children or children to make cry. How are you doing back there?" And Dustin Howell is like, I'm doing fine. It's like, I'm doing all right. I don't, are you sure that, like, this is really, like, the technique you want me practicing for this? Because, like, from what you said, like, I used to be, like, a really good, like spellcast magician guy, right? Like, is that, like, you don't want me practicing that? That'll come later, darling. We have all the time in the world. No. I want you practicing what I have you practice. Now, let's see it. And, do it with your shirt off this time. Mama likes to watch. Mama likes a little show. Yeah, it's really weird that you
Does he have a huge, like, Boston tattoo? Just, like, across his
just
chest?
Like, Red Sox.
he has the sit go sign. Just like...
He probably has a tattoo here. He probably doesn't have a chest tattoo. And he's like, "It's really cold here because you made this like a Christmas village, but yeah, all right, whatever. Also, can you not call yourself Mama because we have sex a lot?" I don't know. It was maybe, He removes his shirt and he looks way more ripped than back in the days of when he was with when he actually was never with thee.
Never with thee.
Never.
But this is like that. Then he was kind of like, he was like a good-looking guy. He is like ripped, and he goes, "All right, fine." And he picks up a baseball bat and says, "Let's do it." And suddenly, an army of like evil like snowmen rush forward, and he leaps around with like action hero, just like he's become a world-class melee combatant, but he's using a baseball bat, and every time he does, he's like, Big Papi, yeah, Johnny Damon, back when he was good before he sold his soul, here we go, Noma, what?
How would he know about any of these players?
He existed in a timeline where he wasn't the Thing. Remember?
When did he get put in, though?
He got put in the alternate time of, like, he's how old he is.
Right.
Time.
But at what year did he get put in? I thought he got put in like way before that.
He got pulled in 85 when she was pulled in through time travel, but he experienced his life up to that point because in 85 he would have been like 3.
I'm confused.
Okay, I understand what you're asking. It makes sense. Okay. The timeline diverged for Temple Flight. So the timeline diverged multiple times. This is the Dustin Howell of the Temple Flight timeline. So this is the Dustin Howell who never became Captain Eldritch because Tatiana Temple became Captain Eldritch back in 85. So he got pulled into the astral plane, so he doesn't exist in the new timeline you guys are in, but this is the alt timeline from Temple Flight, Dustin Howell, who wound up...
He got pulled in what, 2005?
It doesn't matter because it's the astral plane. He got pulled in like 2020 or whenever you guys actually, whenever
right.
the thing.
Right.
So he's basically, this is a weird sub-variant of Dustin Howell.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. No, I get what you're asking. He lived a mundane life of just being a masshole, hooking up with girls and driving a Zamboni, I think we said.
Right.
And then he got pulled into this, and now Tatiana Temple's training him to be a thing. And since time doesn't pass in the astral plane, she went in 85, but grabbed him at the, that's the idea.
Got it, yeah.
So basically, he jumps around and just says the name of various, Noma! I couldn't tell you a current Red Sox player, but I guess he couldn't either. But he would be able to tell you one from like 4 years ago or 3 years ago, but I don't know even those, so whatever. The point is, he's just shouting stuff, and he's become a really serious fighter now. And she says, yes, oh, that is fun to watch. It's fun. Oh, hit the one that looks like Frosty. Smash his little carrot. That's funny. Haha. Oh, my. What? What's wrong? I just felt something. Even from here, back in the real plane. Something's back. Oh, what a fun Christmas present. Oh, well, maybe it's time for us to finally go home. You'd like that, wouldn't you? I guess so. I mean... Yeah, I think I'd like to go home, but I mean, also it's been fun, doing this. You said you're gonna teach me magic, right? Yes, of course, teach you magic. It's very easy. You'll pick it up quick. Well, what an interesting situation. A Merry Christmas to all, and she starts throwing more snowballs at various children who flee from her. And that is where we'll end the holiday special.
Well, we didn't create a pocket dimension, but I don't feel good about that.
I mean, this time.
I apologize for how complicated that Dustin Howell variant thing is, but also, it's so in the goddamn spirit of comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, try to read all the different variants and clones of Jean Grey.
No, thank you.
What is happening? Yeah. Anyway. Cool. Well, great work, everybody. I'd like to say that was wonderful. I'm sorry about the not holiday spirit that this game sort of had, but I think this was a lot of fun in the end, and we're setting up fun new things for the future. I liked when Archetype. I really liked that Archetype was saved by both Miss Goddard and the Justorian military intelligence agent, who are both kind of like low-level people. I think it's really fun that they helped out in a fun way in the end. And I loved giving gifts, and I loved Beowulf. The only thing that would have been better at Beowulf would have gone to a zoo. That's the only way that I would have liked this more.
Almost.
Yeah, so close. Well, guys, thank you so much. We are now off for about a week. We will be back, I think, on Wednesday the 27th for Lost Lore Academia. And until that time, I should have mentioned this earlier. Oh, and god damn it, I didn't put a Christmas. Shoot, I didn't make. I got to make a Christmas thing before. I got to make a Christmas.
You can do it on the plane, Philip. Like it's just the Discord is just there. You can just do it whenever.
Yeah, that's true. I gotta do a thing. Oh, what happens if you read the candy cane variant in a poorly circulated area? I actually had to cut the solicit down because it was too many characters. The scent they used, the kind of like peppermint scent, is too strong, and children were passing out.
Yeah, you'll have visions of sugar plums dancing over here.
Yeah, do that. But I will update the Lost Lore Academia current book fair to be something festive. I don't know if I'm going to be able to update every single day while I'm out of town, but I'll maybe try to. Thank you. Happy holidays to everybody. Go to our, we'll be back in a week from tomorrow. Go to our Discord to interact with us. Go to our YouTube to watch old episodes. Check out our
check out the Templeflight arc.
Arc. Watch the Templeflight arc. Templeflight's really good. Templeflight's cool. It's like a 10 episode boom thing. Check out check out all that. Go to the wiki to see how all this fun stuff interacts. And I know we've got some more. I think was it now Gray in the Dark has descriptions and links and everything. So yeah, check all that out. Good stuff. Would anybody else like to say anything before we sign off? I know it's late, so I'm kind of hurrying our wrap up. But follow everyone here if they have socials up. Some of them do cool stuff on Twitch.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Then from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for watching. Happy holidays, and have a top holidays.
He doesn't speak for us.